Hello there students and welcome to the module 2. This one is going to be dedicated to the essential issues about poverty and world hunger. Well, you need to know that poverty unfortunately drives hunger. Around the world, about 648 million people live in extreme poverty. Right now, it's time to define what the poverty is. Poverty, as you see, is the state of being extremely poor, the state of being inferior in quantity or insufficient in amount. People all over the world are dying because they cannot afford the necessary resources they need to survive. Over there, the issue that should be highlighted is that people, in order to survive, and those people mm, who cannot afford themselves the good income, who live on less than $2.15 a day, unfortunately under the risk of dying. So it is impossible to support a healthy livelihood in any part of the world if your income is about $2.15 a day. There are some basics that might lead to poverty, and not only leading, but also the kind of consequences of poverty: lack of shelter, lack of food, lack of education, not being able to pay off debts, and not having good health. Without sufficient and sustainable incomes, people cannot afford access to nutritious foods, clean water, or health care. As a result, one in three children in low and middle income countries suffers from chronic undernutrition. Over there, we need to brainstorm the issue about malnutrition. This is a condition that develops when the body doesn't get the right amount of nutrients it needs to stay healthy. And malnutrition is one of the many results of the poverty. We definitely believe that no child should die from hunger, and there should be taking some actions against hunger that will definitely help out people in order to have the full access to sustainable sources of income, clean water, nutritious food, and health care. But we also need to understand that there is still much to do about taking actions in order to end poverty and hunger for everyone, for having the sustainable society. So, there is the World Hunger Statistics. As you see, raises in food prices have been pushing millions further into hunger, unfortunately. 2.7 billion people live on less than, one more time, $2 a day. So, there are some key factors about global poverty and hunger. So, half of the world's poorest people live in 5 countries, just like Bangladesh, Ethiopia, India, Nigeria, and so on. Average proportion of income spent on food in poor countries um, versus in rich countries. It's the kind of, just this proportion is so huge, okay? It's not even a kind of thing that should be shown in a percentage. Sorry. So, Um, 356 million children living in extreme poverty around the world. They suffer. We need to understand that not only adults or some other kind of, just some other kind of people suffer from poverty, but also children. And the rising cost of healthy diet. More than 3 billion people in the world are unable to afford the average cost of an inexpensive healthy diet. This is really crazy, guys. So, over there is the statistics one more time. 8 million people die from lack of food and nutrition every year. About 24,000 deaths each day. 1 in 6 of our population is starving. There are 936 million people who do not have enough to eat. Well, it's up to you guys whether you want to change the world, to change the kind of statistics about hunger and poverty or not. If you want to contribute, of course, feel free about that. Feel free to find out some sources that would be helpful in order to help, in order to volunteer, in order to change the current statistics, the current condition about poverty. So it really matters. And our region, our country is not the kind of exceptional thing. We should understand that in our country there are still a kind of fragile society members who actually suffer from such things, just like again being in extreme poor conditions, living in extreme poor conditions. And hopefully, guys, this video session was a bit useful for yourselves to understand the real situation worldwide. Thank you so much for being up here. See you next time. Bye bye.